Alright guys, let's go ahead and do a video for my Scorpios out there, or Scorpio cross-watcher. I have a question. Whoever this message is for, unless it's reversed, is there anyone that you're actively avoiding? Anyone at all? Could be even involved in family, in-laws, anything like that. Maybe even friends, people at work. It could be anybody, I guess, but anyone that you're avoiding, or you might see them as avoiding you, but I feel like it's more you. Because that's how this feels. I don't know why. Like what? I feel like you have a reason. I feel like you have. I'm hearing like a valid. I'm also hearing valid ID, valid driver's license, valid insurance, valid something to do with valid. Valid. I feel like there's something with valid. Hold on. Let me look. Is ale a word? AIL? Definition. My God, ale is a definition. See, this is why you have to go with your instincts. See, I'm sitting here looking at the word valid. VALID. Okay? Unless I done spelled it wrong, did I? No. So valid means valid. You guys know what valid means, but I'm just going to read it just to help myself. Valid means having a sound basis in logic or fact, reasonable or cogent. Okay? Now, if you look at the word valid, I see the word, well, it's actually kind of mixed up because that's my dyslexia, isn't it? But I see the word ale. When I look at valid, I see ale, but I see AIL, even though I put the L or the I before the L. I hope I'm making sense. Stay with me here. So ale is what I saw, so I looked it up, and ale is a real word, and it means trouble or afflict someone in mind or body. It's trouble. Some of you have a valid reason for avoiding someone, staying away from them, steering clear, because you feel like they bring trouble, that they're, I don't know, you may feel like they're dramatic, or you just don't want to deal with that right now, whatever it is. I don't know what you think about them. It could be anything, I guess. I think you have a valid reason for not wanting to deal with something right now. Unless there's another story here where you are kind of just putting something off or someone off, or maybe even avoiding, but it's because you could be in trouble in some way, or you're dealing with someone's trouble or something over here. You could be busy. You're busy dealing with kind of some things, so you're like, I have a reason for why I'm not present, or why I'm not here, why I'm not giving to this as much as I could or would or should, or something like that, right? So there's that story. But for the most part, I feel for this one, there's someone that you just are like, I am going to stay away from this person as much as I can. Maybe even if you have to be around them, small doses, Something or someone valid. Now, Val, something to do with Valkyrie, Valerie. Maybe even a connection here to the month of February. Valentine. So yeah, basically, can't get off the word valid. You've done your research, or you have spent plenty of time around a situation, a person, or something. Sometimes history can be a good indication of future behavior. Not always, but sometimes, yes. History has a funny little way of repeating itself. What's the saying? We learn from history that we don't learn from history. I don't remember who said that. But there's something with that here where you're like, you know what, I'm just going to stay in my lane. I'm going to focus on what I've got to focus on. I've got things over here that I'm doing. I've got things I'm doing. And meanwhile, I'm just going to I'm going to put this where it needs to be, or something like that. I know this isn't everybody's story, but it feels very specific here. Let's say this is different. Let's say this is someone who's wanting to be more around you in the near future, or during this time, or this could have already happened, because we're all on different timelines. And they're kind of getting away from whatever their situation is, but they're spending more time with you. Less time with their family, less time with their friends, but maybe they have a valid reason. There's a reason that someone wants to be around you more than whatever else is going on in their life. You know what I mean? It feels like positive avoidance. And what's up with the jaw? My jaw is killing me. I'm hearing jaw breaker, which is a candy, but there's something here about someone's jaw. I see something to do with sharks. Could be connected to a Pisces even. Because I think of jaw, I think of jaws, like sharks. And then I see, and then I see beverages. You know, they used to have, because, you know, recovering alcoholic here, they used to have these drinks, I don't know if they have them anymore, that they look like blue, and you could put the shark in them, and the red whatever would come out, and it would look like a shark bite. Maybe it's called a shark bite. And it would come out. Or there could be a connection to like the beach, anywhere on the beach, or like the coastal areas maybe for some here. I think shark, I think of ocean. But could be because someone here may be an addict in some way, so there could be something about that here. I don't know, maybe difficult to be around that, or maybe someone's just addicted to drama, and so it's like I can't deal with that right now. I have other things to deal with. There's definitely blood in the water somewhere. There's blood in the water, and we will look that phrase up. Blood in the water, meaning, isn't that also a song? Blood in the water is basically a competitive situation, the exhibition of apparent weakness or vulnerability by one party. Quite literally, you can hear the neighbors, so my granddog's gonna bark. Quite literally, have you ever had it where you have to steer clear of a certain situation or a certain place or certain people or a certain person because you know that you know your own weakness, and maybe your own weakness is to fight, is to draw blood, is to see red, is to go there. And so you're like, I don't want to go there because I have a family to think about now. I have my life to think about now. I really don't want to have to lose it. So therefore, I'm going to control myself. This is great. This is a very mature approach. This is someone who's like, I'm going to, you know, handle myself and do what I have to do. That's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. Because someone here may be like, no, I know when I get around these people or this person that it brings out certain, you know, and I don't want to go there. Or it could just be, I know that if I give a lot of attention to this person or the situation, these people, if it's more than one, it takes what my attention needs to be on over here away. I don't want to do that right now. I've got a lot to think about, so I'm just kind of not wanting to fuck with it. There was something else that just came to my mind when I was thinking about this. It kind of slipped me. Competitive situation, weakness or vulnerability. 111 on my timer. Number 111 could be specific. Maybe even number 3. But yeah, that's what I'm getting in this one. It's kind of like, because I know how that person is, or because I know what they want from me, or what they're wanting in general, their intentions, I know their true intentions, or because I know myself. I am doing this thing in small doses, or I'm avoiding it altogether, you know, whatever. Something like that. If this isn't you, this could be, I'm telling you, someone around you who's avoiding another person due to they know how they would be if they were to involve themselves with this person too much or at all, or they know how the other person would be because of past history, something like that, or current, you know. Maybe someone doesn't trust themselves, or maybe someone trusts themselves to the umpteenth degree where they're like, no, I know myself well. I know exactly how I'll be, and I don't want to go there. I don't want to get there. I don't want to fall into a trap. Or it could be something where somebody feels like a person is avoiding them, and they may tell you about it. Like, I feel like they don't want anything to do with me or something. But this can go a lot of different ways. But basically, I think there are valid reasons for not proceeding with something right now, or taking our time with it, or just not doing it at all, not being around it. You know, I definitely do. I think no one should doubt their intuition here. I think no one should doubt their gut. Someone here may even know that something is going to have to be dealt with at some point, but anticipate it in the sense of like, God, I dread it. I dread that day, or I dread tomorrow, or I dread the future, or, you know, because they'll have to deal with a certain person or certain people or a certain situation, or the possibility or the probability of a certain situation arising is highly likely due to past experience, right? That's kind of what I'm getting. This is someone who's just focusing on themselves, which there's nothing wrong with that, especially in this situation. I feel like if this is for you, you're focusing on yourself, your family, whatever you've got going on in your life. If this is someone else, they're focusing on themselves, whatever they've got going on, and kind of at the time, for the time being, not putting too much energy into something that they're probably going to have to deal with at some point. But for now, for today, which is fine, someone's living in the now. Nothing wrong with that. All we have is right now. We don't know what the next second's going to hold. We have no clue. It's like we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll cross that bridge. For now, I've got to do this, or this is what I choose to do, something like that. Now, let's say it's not anyone who causes any drama or is a problem, or, you know, is problematic in any way. Let's say it's just like, let's say you have a lot going on in your life. Positive things, frustrating things, maybe a little bit of everything. Lots of changes happening, maybe. Some you anticipated, some you didn't, whoever this is for. And maybe there's someone who's really wanting to date, and they're, you know, it's an innocent thing. They're wanting to date, they're wanting to get together, they're wanting to talk, they want to spend time together, and you're just like, I just don't really fucking have time for it right now. Or a friend wants to come over and hang out, and you're like, I really don't have the mental and emotional, I just don't have the energy for it right now. I've got too much going on. That's also something that could be happening. It's also a possibility. Some of you may end up finding out some information here also in the near future. I don't know what it's going to be, unless someone else finds out something and then tells you about it. But it's like someone's going to find out some sort of information here that's going to be like, almost, are you fucking kidding me? I hear like, of course. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course. It's like that. I hear someone saying that. It could be annoying. It could be frustrating. It could be like irritating, kind of like eye rolling. But then it's like, well, we're still going to proceed forward and do what we have to do. But it's just like some sort of information that comes your way, maybe through a little birdie or something, I don't know, maybe through your own seeing it, hearing it, knowing it. And it's just kind of like eye rolling. I see somebody rolling their eyes. To me, this is not a negative message. These things happen. This is life, you know. This is, I feel like we could all relate to this on some degree. Whether this has already happened to you guys, this is currently a situation you're encountering, or it's about to happen. Or maybe to someone on the outside of you and you hear about it and you'll somehow be involved, but more so outwardly. Yeah, so that's what I got for this one, guys. I think you're doing great to know yourself this well. It's like know thyself. I think you're doing great to know yourself this well and to have the self-control to be like, I'm not going to let a situation, you know, provoke a reaction out of me or demand my full attention when I've got things going on over here, and I'm not going to do that. You're choosing your battles, choosing what you give your energy to. If it's something innocent or it's just somebody who's wanting, you know, it's like I'm not going to do that. I've got other things that I've got to, you know, deal with right now, and I will deal with that if I need to. But right now, I'm not worried about it. It's the least of my worries. They are the least of my worries. Again, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.